Hey guys, I have not posted a video on here in a minute, but we're back, and today's intuitive message. Okay, sorry, my soul just gave me some intuitive guidance. There's gonna be two main themes for today's message. So surrender and reconnecting with your inner child, surrendering to your soul and reconnecting to your inner child. So first and foremost, most of my life I have been a super ambitious person, like super ambitious. I think part of it is my design as a human, just how I'm designed to show up in this reality. And the other part of it is the home that I was born into was very performance based. I think growing up, and I know my parents loved us and they did their very best, and I appreciate them for what they were able to give to me and my sister. I feel like for me, I think as a kid, I was so anxious about getting in trouble if I didn't get the A's or good grades or, perform to the highest extent possible, because I felt safe, like I would receive safety in those moments. It created, I think, a really intense anxiety in me. And so for years, I think that I lost the connection I had with my soul's guidance because I didn't know how to listen to it anymore, because it was like all of these external things became louder than my soul's guidance. And I've done a lot in my life, but I haven't felt fulfilled a lot of the time from those things, like overachieving, overgiving of myself to things and people, situations, circumstances, and I'm left empty, sad, and confused afterwards. So this week, my soul was like, can you just start talking to me? Can you just start asking me what I want you to do? And watch how I can move things around for your benefit? Can you surrender to that instead of trying to control everything? I'd like to say this is probably one of the most challenging things for me. This has probably been one of the most difficult lessons for me, because I learned control in a very specific way. And I learned that safety is control, but safety is not control. Safety is surrender. In certain moments, I think there are certain moments where you have to kind of stay in control, like energetically, especially if you're an empath and you feel a lot. You have to learn to stay in your body, and that can be a form of control. While feeling all the surges of energy around you, that's a form of staying in a sense of control of your body. However, a lot of the times, and there could be other examples, this is a sovereign space, this is a safe space, no demonic dark energies are allowed in this space. Clear and transmute, we are shielded, we are safe. I think that I've tried to control for so long. I feel like my soul has been wanting me to listen to it, but I've been so dysregulated throughout my 20s and throughout my childhood. I was very dysregulated, very anxious, didn't really feel safe in my body. And then in my adulthood, it was just kind of like, because of the child, everything, I felt like a lot of things, not everything, but a lot of things were performance based. I approached life almost like my worth was centered around my output. And I think that's how this world is designed. That is not what resonates for me anymore. What resonates for me now is safety and feeling safe in my body. That is so important. I have begun the process of listening to my soul and asking my soul almost every moment of my day, what do you want me to do right now? Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to focus on? What isn't aligned for me right now? What is aligned for me right now? I ask my soul to the extent of these different things, because ultimately my soul is the one in charge. So I'm tired of suffering and going through cycles of repeating cycles upon repeating cycles because I'm not being obedient. I've seen what happens when you're not obedient to your soul. Your life will get turned upside down, and it sucks. It sucks. Like, you literally will be like, how did I even get to this point? Oh, because I stopped being obedient. Never, ever, ever, ever want to go through that again. And it's happened to me recently. Like, my soul is very direct with me, and if I don't listen, something weird will happen, like to bring me back to like, you better listen. Like the other day, my soul told me to go to sleep, and I just kept staying up and doing a bunch of stuff. I was talking to my roommate. I was like doing a bunch of things. My soul told me, go to bed, go to sleep. I just ignored it. I mean, I didn't ignore it, but I was like, I hear you, but I don't feel like it. The next day, my phone fell and broke. My screen cracked, and I drop my phone probably every week, like multiple times, which isn't good, but I'm clumsy, but it just happened to crack this time. My soul was like, if you do not listen to me, I'm going to shake up your life. This cracked screen is minor. So I was like, oh my gosh, I got it. It's not easy sometimes, because sometimes I feel awkward being obedient, because like, you know, I don't want to be rude. Like if I'm interacting with people or doing things, I don't want to be rude, but I've realized that it's not rude to honor yourself, and you can politely excuse yourself. But if your soul tells you you need to end a conversation, you need to step away for a moment, you need to shift your focus and energy somewhere else, it's for a reason. Like, you have to listen. It is so important, because it's for your safety, it's for your well-being, it's also for the person that you're interacting with safety as well sometimes. Like, it's all full circle. So I realize that now, and I can be really stubborn, but I'm realizing like I have to be stubborn for the right things and in the right way. And I'm getting emotional, because it's just been such a unique process. But I will say, I think that my soul is just asking me to be stubborn about being obedient. My soul is like, bump all this other stuff. Like, be stubborn about me telling you what to do and how to live your purpose. So I'm like, okay. And so the other thing that's been coming through very loudly and directly through my channel lately is inner child healing for, you know, the collective. Like, I think we all can do more of that and really look at ourselves, and then go even deeper and look at the inner child that's existing in there. The other day I was getting triggered about something, and I feel like I've been navigating my abandonment wounds. I have like some very deep abandonment wounds that I've been healing, and it's getting better, but it has been a journey. It used to be really, really intense for me. I've been healing my abandonment wounds, and I noticed the other day I was getting really triggered. Sometimes I get triggered like when I'm communicating with people and I may not hear back from them right away, or like I feel like they are gonna just like ghost me. I get very triggered because that's happened to me in my life multiple times. And really, these things are just mirrors of my own internal reality. So like, where have I abandoned myself? Where have I ghosted myself in my dreams and my ambitions? Like, people are just a physical manifestation of that. But I think I have just been like, okay, like, I can feel my inner child almost throwing like a tantrum in those moments. Like, it's so scared and it's so sad, because as a child, there were moments where I was abandoned emotionally. Again, I think my parents did their best. I don't think they intentionally were wanting to hurt me. I just think that their nervous systems were overloaded from their own upbringing. And there were moments where I think I just felt abandoned, and I didn't know when I would feel safe again. So it was like this moment of like spiraling emotions and crying and just feeling such big emotions, but not knowing or having the external guidance of how to get back to a safe space. So it was like this thing of like screaming and crying and throwing a tantrum until I basically just fell asleep, because there was no like real process of processing that. And I think my emotions overwhelmed my parents sometimes, because they weren't completely in the flow with their emotions. So I just don't think they could handle it. Like, it was just too much. Like, they were already struggling with their own emotions, and then to throw in a child with very big emotions. So a lot of times I think I was just left to cry and cry until I fell asleep, or like distracted myself somehow, but those big emotions were still stored in my body. So as an adult, I feel it sometimes, and I'm like, oh, whew. So now I'm starting to address those parts of myself, address that part of myself, and I'm like reparenting myself. And when I'm feeling myself getting anxious or triggered, my inner child is like crying internally about something, or fear of abandonment, I'm just like, I see you. I know it's not easy. I know that you feel scared. You don't know what safety really looks like because you didn't really experience that. But I want you to know that you are safe, because that safety exists within you. And I love you, and I am a safe place for you now. And then I just imagine giving myself a hug. And recently I've been doing these like meditations and like inner child like reflections, and I've just been crying, just like crying. And I have more work to do, so I have to keep going, but I am creating a safe space for myself within myself, and I'm reparenting my inner child so that she's safe. She knows that she's safe. She knows that she has everything she needs within her, and I'm helping her feel safe. And the more I do that, I feel like the triggering will start to get less and less, because I'm not afraid of reparenting myself. So anyways, I just felt like recording this. I haven't been as active with recording, so I'm like, okay girl, let's like get back to it, okay? I pray that this message reaches whoever it's meant to, that it helps you, that it inspires you, and that you know that you are so protected and loved, and that you don't have to worry, and to just listen to your soul. Like, save yourself the pain and heartache, and just be obedient to your soul, and watch how your soul literally restructures and reorders your life, and how the blessings and abundance just start to flow. The right people start to align in your life, like just so many things, So anyways, okay. I'm feeling a lot of energy coming through me, so I need to like rest. I'll see y'all soon.